Week 4 recaps in college football. Number 20 Florida went to number 11 Tennessee and gave them a game, man. This one was fun. 38-33 final. The Vols get it done there in Knoxville. And Ted, if you are a fan of watching big athletic dudes play quarterback, this was the game for you. Oh my gosh, what a show Anthony Richardson and Hendon Hooker put on. It was awesome.
That was crazy. Tennessee, man, you want to talk about a nervous crowd. They tried everything they could to lose that game. They were up 38-21, I think, at one point, and
38-21. They scored 38-21 with 7 minutes and 55 seconds to go. And I'm feeling really good about my pick for Tennessee to cover the spread. And then not so fast, my friend. Gators come storming back.
Yeah, that was wild. And Tennessee just barely hanging on until the end, but got a really good offense. Their defense had played better leading up to this game and played pretty good in this one until late. There's some wild plays that took place that they gave up that are uncharacteristic. But how about hype? Rocky Top is back, man. I don't know. Maybe it's just because we watch this all the time every weekend, but you feel like that was maybe something that he shouldn't have said.
Yeah, maybe. But listen, if you didn't watch that game, you missed out, because Anthony Richardson for Florida, he had been really bad the last couple weeks leading into this one. He was fun to watch. I mean, was throwing it all over the place. And I know the completion percentage wasn't great, but he threw for like 450 yards, had a couple touchdowns passing, had a couple rushing touchdowns. But Hendon Hooker, man, he was fantastic.
Ooh,
I
that's
mean,
a game right there.
350 and 2 touchdowns through the air, 112 rushing yards with a touchdown on the ground. Tennessee, like you mentioned, they found some separation in the fourth quarter, but give Florida some credit. Kept battling. It came down to an onside kick, and and Florida recovered it. And they need to change that rule. If you recover an onside kick, you should be able to advance it.
Yeah.
I want that excitement in college football.
I know.
I don't understand why you can't.
I don't know, but everyone was saying, like, out of what that place holds 100,000. There's maybe 15 people in the stands that know the rule. Everyone else was like, oh, it's great.
But I wish Anthony Richardson, the heave late, right, the Hail Mary, would have at least gone into the end zone. He's getting hit and, getting his legs tugged on. But, man, that was a fun one. Back and forth football game, and it got close at the end. Baylor, Iowa State. Baylor went on the road, never trailed in this football game. I thought Blake Shapen was good, man. Yeah. I mean, he put together a nice game. Baylor ends up winning 31-24. And once again, Baylor's still not running it super well, which is how that offense is designed. But I thought they did enough on the ground to set up some of their play action stuff. The boot stuff was really effective for them. And, they had struggled producing big plays. We talked about that leading into this game, and they had a couple of big ones down the field to Holmes. Iowa State, their offense just didn't produce enough, and you got to give Baylor's defense some credit.
Yeah. Yeah. Baylor's defense looked good. They looked physical. That was a tough football game. Yeah, Baylor's offense isn't able to hit the home run in the running game, but it's still really effective. And I'll tell you right now, man, both of those games are going to be incredibly difficult for Oklahoma. Both of them.
I'm with you. I thought Baylor's defense, really, Iowa State's running game was nowhere to be found until that big Jyrell Brock run late, which, did you see that? He relaxes, ball gets punched out, looks like it's going through the end zone. He recovers it midair and drags the knee in bounds. I couldn't believe they gave it to him.
I know, because they ruled it as a touchback.
Right.
And Like I was sitting there thinking about it, and I was like, my intuition says like that's a touchdown. Like he got the ball, like it's a touchdown. But I was like, there's no way they're going to call that a touchdown though. After it being called a touchback on the field, I was shocked that they did. I was happy because I think it was the right call, but I was shocked that they gave it to him.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. And then kind of the last couple more things on this game. Hunter Deckers, I had some people in that program tell me he was going to be a dude for them. I haven't seen it yet. And a couple of picks in this game. One was just kind of bad luck, right? Just a great play, kind of deflection. Baylor ends up getting it, but the second one was just pure awful. I mean, he doesn't seem like a big difference maker at quarterback right now for them. Ultimately, nice road win for Baylor. Baylor remember, they were plagued by penalties against BYU. 3 penalties in this game and no turnovers for Baylor. That's how you go win on the road.
Yep. That's how you bounce back. Pretty impressive. I was thinking of something on that review. I could not stop laughing I was watching it at my house. Whenever they called the review, called it a touchdown, and instantly they take the camera directly to Dave Aranda. And he's holding like his whatever sheet he holds, and he is entirely emotionless. He doesn't even move. It's as if he's standing there like a statue, expressionless. Nothing changes with his demeanor. He doesn't even flinch. It was hilarious.
Which is why it was crazy. Did you see it? He was handing out ass slaps on the sideline during that game. And I was like, wait, what is happening? Because the exact same thing you're talking about happened on the last play of that Big 12 championship game. They stuff, who was it? Jackson, I think, was the running back for Oklahoma State. Yeah. They stuff him at the 6-inch line. Dave Aranda, nothing. Walks onto the field.
He walks onto the field, gets Gatorade dumped on him, and never even breaks a stride or notices.
Yeah, he's a different cat, man. He is. On the other end of that spectrum, please, did you see the Matt Campbell freak out in this game?
Oh my God, I loved it.
And it was, I will say, it was justified. The refs, they did not do Iowa State any favors in that football game. I hated that targeting call. The block below the waist call on, the corner comes up, makes a nice play, tackles the running back. They call him for cutting an offensive lineman low when he definitely did it. I mean, there's just a couple of things. And my favorite part was Matt Campbell just called timeout just to lose it on the official. There was no need for the timeout other than that. It was amazing.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's great. All right, last game.
Both those teams are going to be tough now. That's all I was going to say. Those are 2 tough football teams.
Yeah, no doubt about it. All right. Number 10, Arkansas against Texas A&M. And I really don't know how A&M won the game. What was the final score? 23-21, I think.
Yeah.
And some football games are confusing. And I think this was the most confusing of the weekend because Arkansas's offense was going through A&M's defense like a hot knife through butter to start that football game.
I thought they were going to beat them 50-0.
That's what it looked like. I mean, up 14-0. And even after A-Chain had that big run, right? A&M goes and scores on that weird pass from Max Johnson, but Arkansas takes it right down the field again, about to make it 21-7. But then that game changed. I really think it changed on one play. What was KJ Jefferson doing? What did he think he was going to do? Like, he just runs up to the back of his offensive lineman, jumps in the air, and tries to reach the ball. What was he doing?
I don't know.
He was at the 3-yard line.
Yep. You've talked about this before. Tell us the coaching point on reaching for the goal line.
Do not reach the ball unless it is 4th down. That's the only time. And he
every ball carrier does it no matter what, usually.
And he was so far from the end zone. Like, I don't know what he was doing, but if you didn't watch the game, it looked like Arkansas was about to go up 21-7. The offense is absolutely rolling. He does that, and chaos ensues after he fumbles it. One guy from A&M gets it. He runs down the left sideline. He's getting tackled. He hands it to another guy who then takes it the full 97 yards for a touchdown. And
Crazy.
it was 14. Actually, they missed the extra point. It was 14-13.
Yeah. Crazy.
It was I mean, that play single-handedly changed the game, and I thought Texas A&M's defense really settled in after that point. But the thing that everyone's talking about is Arkansas's field goal attempt to win the game. Have you ever seen that? You
Never.
Ever seen it hit the top of the goalpost like that and then come back in to the field of play? Never seen that in my life.
You just, it was one of those games where it's just like, we are destined to lose this day no matter what happens. That was just, it was crazy. Yeah. I still, and I don't know, whatever, Texas A&M is going to go flying up the top 25 now, but I don't think they're any good. I still don't think they're any good, but hey, if they win, what could you say? Right.
I hear you. I think the AP top 25 came out. OU fell all the way to 18. By the way, guess who's 17?
A&M.
Texas A&M. Max Johnson was like 11 of 21 for 150 yards. And they won.
Yeah.
I will say, I hope Anaya Smith's all right. That didn't look good. He was crying, like, towel over his head with his dad on the sideline. That didn't look good.
Yeah.
He's fun to watch. So hopefully he's okay. But I mean, what a brutal way to lose a game for Arkansas.
I know it.
I still have no clue how A&M won. You all right?
I'm okay. I'm happy for Texas A&M. I thought that was great. Thought it was great.
That didn't seem sincere.